Hey everyone, it's Lindsay from My Crafty Plans. Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome. Today I have another weekly planning routine video for you. So really excited to share this. You all really seem to be loving these long plan with me's lately. So thank you so much for the support on that. I am happy to keep doing them. So today we're going to be getting all set up for the week of November 21st, also known as Thanksgiving week. It's a very busy one. If you are not new to my channels, you probably know I am a huge Thanksgiving person, 100% all in on Thanksgiving, and we are hosting. So there's just an absolute ton of stuff to get done. As I said, this is a weekly planning routine video, so these are all the things I do in real life, regardless of whether I'm filming or not, to get set up for the week ahead. It is currently Friday, November 18th, and I use Fridays and a little bit the weekend too, just depending on how things are going, to get all set up for the following week. My tagline for these videos has kind of become from MakseLife to meal planning because I love the alliteration, but basically we're going to work through my whole planning routine, my goal setting weekly actions in my MakseLife, setting up some daily pages in my Erin Condren Daily Duo, and creating a weekly overview spread for the week. I like to have all of this done before the week starts so that I feel like I can really hit the ground running on Monday, especially and doubly important on such a busy week. These videos do tend to be pretty long, so grab a snack and buckle up. I'm gonna try leaving timestamps in the description below for this one just to see how that works out. And there are a little bit of bonus content for this week just because every week is a little bit different. So I do actually have my Thanksgiving planner out so we can take a quick look at that and see what's going on in there. And then also it's actually Friday morning and I have not set up Friday in my Daily Duo yet. So we're actually gonna start with that. That's actually pretty unusual. I usually plan for the following day in the previous afternoon or evening, but I didn't get to it yesterday and I knew I was going to have some time with my planners in the morning, so I wasn't stressed about it. So we're actually going to jump in with the Daily Duo set up for Friday. So for the week that we are currently in, the week of the 14th through the 20th, of which it is Friday the 18th right now, I actually used Ink and Volt dashboard to do my weekly overview spread. I did not set up a stickering spread in my Agendio. I've been kind of going back and forth between a couple of different things and just enjoying that, but I thought we would take a quick look at this, my one from last week. I do have a speed plan with me of this. It's up here as a short and also over on Instagram as a reel, and you can check that out if you want. So I love this desktop dashboard, and I've had like a pretty productive week, but there are definitely some things we can kind of move over onto Friday. But here is what my Thursday spread actually looked like. I didn't do this or this, but that's fine. And everything else got done. Mostly I ended up working for most of the day yesterday when I wasn't with the baby, and also going to 3 different grocery stores to acquire 2 turkeys and a brisket for Thanksgiving. So we have our meat and now we are ready to set up for Friday. I've kind of like already wrapped up Friday. I just made the conscious decision that I didn't feel like setting up Friday. When I was looking at it in the afternoon, I was starting to run out of time, and I was just like, you know what, I'll just do it tomorrow and add it to this video. So the weather for today, this week I've been doing like a pretty simple setup in here, just using this kind of like in bloom marker from Erin Condren that matches with the color in here, and just like a couple of simple washi strips, and some days I didn't even use them, to be honest. I do have a video that went up today. This is actually a planner review video from like an Amazon planner that's under $20. You can check that out if you haven't already. And then, oh, we've got a lot of reminders going on for today. And these clear stencils are from Chrissy Ann Designs. So my husband is off work today, and my daughter has a half day from school. Currently, it's around 9 a.m. We just did the bus, although my husband did it, not me. And 2 things I already know. We've got laundry, I've already got it running. And then we need to make a dinner plan, so I don't have a dinner for tonight. As you can see, usually I schedule Monday through Friday, but because we were running so low on meat and I knew I was gonna go to the meat store on Thursday, I didn't pre-plan that for Friday, so now we just have to pick a dinner. And then I'm having like a big filming day, do the calendar session that I forgot to do yesterday, although it's gonna be a pretty quick one because we already have weekend plans. I'll remind my husband that his car is due for service. Work on the Thanksgiving shopping list. And I think that's actually everything from my list for the whole week, except for like filming and stuff that I know is going to be on the weekends, which, speaking of which, I am going to go ahead and do the bottom as a film list. I'm going to use the MakseLife. I like this one. The squares are like a little bit closer together on this one, although I guess it must line up with one of the thing because the MakseLife is like a 6mm dot grid, and this lines up perfectly with the MakseLife, but just mixing it up. The clear stencils, as I said, are from Christian Designs, and then this stencil is from MakseLife, obviously. So first up, we've got this video. I'm also halfway through a memory spread that I'd like to finish. I think I'm gonna open some advents. Those videos will not be up for until December. I'm trying to film a little bit ahead because I'm gonna be doing PLANMAS this year. So that means I'll have a video every day for the first 25 days of December up here on YouTube. Some of them are gonna be short, some of them are gonna be long, and I'm trying to like stockpile some non-time sensitive videos that I can weave into the mix there. So I am really excited for PLANMAS. This is my first year doing it. Last year I did a video every other day for the whole month, so similar but not quite, but this year I'm going for it. And I will add through this as I work my way through things, and I'm very, very excited. I think I am like fully sure of my planner lineup for next year now. I will let you know. I'm still thinking about it, but I think I've got it situated, so I'm very excited for that. Okay, so here we are. We're gonna be doing filming. So my husband has an appointment to get his booster and flu shot at 10. My daughter has a half day, so we gotta pick up. And the reason that they have half days is because it's parent-teacher conferences, and ours is at 1:55, but we're just doing it on Zoom. I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna be like kind of filming until lunchtime, and then I'll eat some lunch eventually, you know, all that good stuff. And then what are we gonna do? We've got regular carpool in the afternoon, then we'll have dinner, and then we'll have some kind of evening activity. I don't know if we're gonna watch TV or just if I'm gonna feel like filming more or doing memory spreads. We'll just see what happens, but I can just leave that blank. Let's add in a little color. Well, also, I just remembered that I have the dishwasher running. Okay, so that's that. I'm just gonna grab like a touch of washi. I think I'll use this one. I've been kind of like alternating between these two, as I think that these two both match the colors that are already in the planner super, super well. Sometimes, like, I feel like sometimes I don't want anything that's gonna clash with the color in the planner, but sometimes I like kind of ignore it and sometimes I don't. But I feel like this month, I don't know if it's just because I really like this color. I've really just been leaning into this kind of like greenish color that's in the planner. I don't know. This one, and the December color is actually pretty similar, and I really like this like greener color. Maybe too, because the marker is like a pretty good match, and some of the Erin Condren markers are better matches than others. Okay, yeah, you can see like the December is like fairly similar. It's just a little more blue. All right, so that's it for Friday. Can start working on that. Just a nice simple setup. I love honestly, the Daily Duo, especially when I'm not talking, it usually takes me like 5 minutes to set up. So it's not a lot of time, and it just really helps me feel focused for the day. I was so on the fence before I bought the planner as to whether or not like daily planning was gonna be for me every day. And I just love it so, so much. Like honestly, just really a lot more than I thought I would. So I'm really happy. And you know, I don't think this one is a secret, but definitely the Daily Duo is going to be in my planner lineup for this year because of the way you bought them. I bought this in July, so it comes with a full year in the set. You can't just buy a 6 months at this point. And I have the one for next year already for like the first 6 months of the year. And then after that, I can decide if I want to keep going with this or get a different daily planner or whatever. But anyway, I already do have the like January through June Daily Duo for next year. Same in the In Bloom colorway. So we actually have a lot of plans on Saturday. There's a lot of family stuff going on this weekend, but I don't know the exact time of things. So I think I'm actually just gonna come back to this in a little bit. I just texted my mother-in-law to see what's going on. So I'm gonna come back to this when I have a better idea of the schedule. I like know the events, but I realized I don't know what time anything is. Instead of doing the weekend right now, we can jump into my MakseLife and take a look at my weekly actions for the week. So these were my weekly actions for the week. I actually haven't looked at these since I last set them lately. I haven't really been doing a midweek goals check-in, and I'm totally okay with that. I transfer all of like the stuff from this into my sidebar, into like whether it's a habit tracker or whether it's into like my task list for the week. So I don't feel like I need to necessarily open this, but I do want to spend some time now just making sure I got to everything, making sure there's nothing still pending, and then doing my reflections. And then this, I actually think I'm not going to do another writing piece for next week just because of Thanksgiving. So I'm going to move that, and I will figure that out later. We've been doing a really good job with routines and with practicing. I feel like I had more time with my husband this week than I did last week. And, you know, enjoying family time is always ongoing. The kids have just really... We're in a little bit of a rough patch right now, to be honest, but we're working through it. Pretty good with what's going on. I spent most of this week working on Thanksgiving prep and work. So this is what I did for my reflection setup. I actually recently got a couple of questions on reflections, so I thought it would be good for us to do them together. I use the categories that MakseLife lets out with like some minor adjustments. So every week it goes wins, what's working, what's not working, any lessons learned, and adjustments. And I phrase that also as stuff for next week. So if I want to make any notes for next week in here, I have space to do that. I also typically have space in my weekly overview spread for that. I'm just a really big, I need like a section for next week always. And in my monthly calendar, I have a section for next month too. It just helps me keep organized. I tend to find these first 3 questions the most helpful. And particularly, I really like to focus on the wins. I'm just very much a glass half full kind of person in general. So to me, focusing on like the things that are going well it's just really nice, and it pushes me to work even harder. It doesn't like make me slow down or anything like that. And if anything is really not working, I will put that in the not section. But sometimes, honestly, it's not even like I'm going to work on this. Sometimes it's not working, and I'm okay with that right now. And that's totally fine as well. So for this week, in terms of wins, we got the turkeys, so 2 turkeys acquired. Again, these don't have to be like big things. Celebrate the small things going on in your life. It's just, you know, I'm feeling really, and I was feeling really unorganized for Thanksgiving, and now I'm feeling really organized. So that is, in my book, a win. Moving on to the working category, just, you know, the same things that have been working are still working. I'm just kind of making this like a loose list this week. Planning, content, fun. I'm just going to put a bunch of like brain dump words in there from that. Like PTA stuff is working really well. I don't really feel like writing full sentences right now. Okay, so that's a bunch of different stuff that's working right now. Not working, I mean, like I just have been kind of skipping out on my goals on health and wellness, but that's not going to change. So I'm not going to put that down. But what I am going to put down is not working is that honestly that I would like to figure out something with is we've just had some like a lot of sibling fighting, a lot of like whiny behavior lately. Just it's been a little bit of a tough stretch with the little kids. And if you don't know, I have 3 kids, and my oldest is 6 and my youngest is 2. The middle one is 4. So we got a lot of little kids. Not really sure how I'm going to tackle that, but there are definitely things we can do. You know, I find that the fun stuff really helps with that, like keeping them super busy and not letting them, you know, but also just like not giving in and that kind of stuff also helps with that. Lessons learned. I'm going to say you can make time, like even when you're busy, even when you want to. I was feeling like I hadn't really spent any time with my husband, and I made that a priority this week, even though there's a lot going on. And like I also just like I kept shuffling things around, and I feel like I got a ton done this week, and I actually don't feel stressed about it, and I don't feel like I was especially busy. So, you know, just kind of like you can figure out your schedule. I mean, not always, but a lot of times you can. And I actually added in and skip out on some things because like I just pushed off some things that I didn't really feel like thinking about, and, you know, use that to free up space in other ways. Adjustments, and next week we're gonna have, next week is Thanksgiving. No adjustments. I do just want to make a note that while I've planned a lot for Thanksgiving, I haven't planned a lot for the second event that we host, which I did plan like a basic menu for that, but I need to like do some texting and follow-ups on the second Thanksgiving event we host, which is on Saturday. You'll see more of this on my weekly plans, but it's very busy. We have a brunch that we host on Saturday as well, so like I don't even know if we've like formally picked a time. It's always like pretty much at the same time and people know it's brunch, but you know, just make sure I text my friends about that. So that is it. I'm gonna grab my color coding, and I like to color code this according to like what area of life they're in the MakseLife. I just feel like it helps it pop off the page, and also then I can just like glance at it and know that it is for a specific. So anyway, that is my reflections. Again, this doesn't need to be a complicated process, but I do feel like it helps me really think about what's going on in my life and just spend a minute thinking about how the week went and anything that I do want to be focusing on for next week, just kind of another way to get your thoughts together. But like, this doesn't have to be, this can be kind of surface level. Some weeks it is, it can be really deep if you need it to be really deep, and it doesn't have to take a lot of time. And I don't want to spend a ton of time doing this every week, but it's nice and it helps me feel organized in terms of setting up for the next week, which is what we're going to do now. I'm just going to use, so this is a stencil from Amazon. It comes in a bullet journal set. I have it linked in my Amazon store. I get a lot of questions about this one, and this whole set is like under $10. Or around $10, something like that. It was on, I picked this up on Prime Day, like on super sale. I got this whole set for like $6. And it's just got like, it's like a bullet journal set, and it's got, this one is perfect for the reflections. I use this a lot for the reflections just because it's got that perfect division of space with like 5 boxes. So it makes it really, really easy. And when I don't feel like being creative in this space, when I just want something like easy and organized, I can just go ahead and do this. I like to have my reflections set up at the beginning of the week. If I don't have them set up, I can pretty much guarantee you that the reflections is not happening. So I like to just have this set up at the beginning of the week. So still same setup as before, and now we are ready to do my weekly actions. All right, I am gonna start over here on fun, and I am actually not going to like create actual weekly actions for fun this week. It's Thanksgiving. I know this is the primary focus area for the week. I'm going to use this new stencil that I got. This is from Condren Designs. This was actually just sent in the mail to everyone who's enrolled in Wild University, which is like the online classes, because Condren Designs is teaching one of the majors, and they sent this around, and it's super fun. So it's a really fun little stencil. She does sell stencils, not this particular one, but she does sell stencils. My other stencils are from her as well. I'm just gonna write Happy Thanksgiving. Look, I have a whole Thanksgiving planner over here and like several other things going on. I don't need to sit here and list out things. Like, I know that this is the focus for the week, and the amount of Thanksgiving things that I need to do this week are not going to fit in this space, so I'm not going to try. So we almost fit, and that is that. So we will be talking more about Thanksgiving later. Now I'm going to pop over to my goals. Again, mostly we're around Thanksgiving, and we don't need to make weekend plans for the weekend. And then of Thanksgiving, we've got plans all weekend, so that is all good. Okay, let us go to other easy categories. So let me swing up to health and wellness, and once again, I'm not really doing anything in this category, but I will go ahead and say that I do want to bring back like the sleep. I honestly, even though I didn't put it in my weekly action items last week, I did actually still put it on my habit tracker, so we can just go ahead and fill that in. That's just getting to bed on time and not staying up late reading and all of that kind of stuff. I've like put pause on kind of my other health and wellness goals for this year, and that's the only thing I'm gonna put in there for this week. To work, because this is gonna be another one where I'm just not really doing anything. This is just gonna be like, do the must-dos. and say no to everything else. Like, I don't need to be writing this week. I don't need to be focusing on work whatsoever this week. I'm just gonna enjoy what is my favorite holiday and worry about the rest after that. For physical environment, you've got like 2 things going on here. The basement follow-up that I need to do, and then just get the house ready for Thanksgiving. Okay, and financial, I'm just gonna say work on Black Friday strategy. So for spiritual and personal growth, I'm just gonna give myself one of those little spending a lot of time with family pep talks, and my mantra for the back half of this year, which has been tremendously helpful in terms of my family relationships, is just to focus what's in my control and let things go that are not in my control. So be kind even when I don't feel like it, and again, just focus on what's in my control. Okay, so number 1, just try and enjoy family time. So we've got enjoy family time, continuing with all of our routines and practice and that kind of stuff, and then just try and focus on the positive and positive interactions and hope for the best. So then up in personal, which is like kind of like my catch-all area. So utilize routines to help support you, and then content when you can, but don't stress about it. So basically I will do what I can when I can, but I'm not going to worry about it. I've got stuff set up for next week, so I'm all good there. And then I just also want to, rely on the routines that I've been working on all year to kind of support me through this busy and super fun week. Like I said, I love Thanksgiving, but it is also a lot of work. So those are my weekly actions for the week, all set up. All right, let's work a little bit on my weekly overview spread now. I'm really excited. I feel like I'm really moving through this week. It feels really good. I feel like lately I've struggled to get this done on Friday, and it's been lingering on through the whole weekend, which is fine as long as it's done before Monday. I consider it a victory on the week, but I feel like really, really efficient right now. Anyway, I have some stickers picked out for this week in here. This is a kit from Lexi Kylie Designs. It's called Gratitude. It is kind of like a Thanksgiving-ish themed kit, so I think that's really fun, and I absolutely love her format. It's like a little bit different than some of the other journaling shops I use, and I do really like that. I've also got a ton of Simply Gilded washi picked out, and some other washies as well from Journal XO. This is mostly in gold foil, really fun fall washi. It's gonna have some fun with that. And I've got some other stickers as well, including some of the stickers from the Erin Condren Seasonal Surprise Box. I'm not gonna use like a ton of these, but I thought I would pull in some of the deco because I think it matches the kit, and the foiling on this is just like so absolutely gorgeous. So I wanted to use those, even if I don't use I don't really use a lot of their functional stickers, but I do just really like the deco, and maybe that too. That's really pretty. So anyway, that's what's going on. I've got some other random stickers. We're gonna get this all set up. Okay, so we're gonna start with a decorative base. This is gonna be pretty filled out for this week, more so than usual, I'm gonna go ahead and guess, just because I know so much of what's gonna be going on later in the week, which I don't usually. Oh, that's interesting. That's like almost transparent. I haven't peeled these stickers up yet. Oh, I really like that. That's interesting. Okay, so I think I want to pair this with this one. So yeah, so we're gonna get this base set up, but like I said, because I know our plans for later in the week, a lot of this is gonna be like pre-set up. I'm gonna put I'm gonna give myself a kind of Thanksgiving section on a lot of the days, and I may not 100% fill out like everything in that for right now, but there's definitely a lot going on here. So we'll post it, and then I will try and post a picture of this on my community tab here, but also I will definitely post it on Instagram. So if you want to see what the finished spread looks like at the end of the week, you can check that out, because again, this I'm just showing you the beginning part of the week here. So I have this Dreamer font from Lexi Kylie Designs. It actually matches what's used in the kit, which is why I'm using it, but I also just absolutely love this. She's actually, her shop is definitely on my list for Black Friday, and I will probably be ordering more of the scripts in this because this font is just so pretty. It's so dainty. I think I'm gonna grab this Choose to Be Grateful. I think this really this goes into some of the stuff that I was saying in the spiritual and personal growth category. Just like, you can't control other people's actions. You can't control what other people are gonna do or say or that, but you do have some extent of control on how you react to it. And it does take practice. It absolutely takes practice, but I have really tried to focus on that in the back half of this year. And I do feel like it's been really helpful for my family relationships. Not like my immediate family. I don't feel like this is a factor for me with my husband or anything like that, but in terms of my relationship with some of my extended family and with my mom in particular, I think that this has been tremendously helpful. I don't know exactly what I want to do here. So I have some bolder washies picked out that I want to pull out. I did that the last time I planned in here, which was 2 weeks ago, and I love how that looked. So I think we're gonna do something similar this week. It's different washies because I wanted to use gold foil this week, and I also just wanted to use different washies, but I think we're gonna just kind of mix things up a little bit and bring bold accents throughout. So I've got these fall lanterns. I think these are super cute. I've been trying to practice my artful tearing of washi lately. Let me pull out the days too. I feel like because of how much I love Thanksgiving, I want to go all out, but also I know that when it gets to be late in the week, I'm not gonna be really looking at this hardcore. I have, again, my whole Thanksgiving planner, so I feel good using the decorations and using this as a kind of more pre-planning, even more pre-planning style than I usually do. A lot of her stickers are so delicately cut, and it's just really, really pretty. So it's just gonna kind of go like that. That's good. Okay, and then where are the days of the week here? She does offer a lot of, I think, her kits on either premium matte and transparent matte. This kit I have on premium matte. Okay, I do think that corner looks really cute. I just had to go and charge my camera, so I don't think I have date dots pulled out. Okay, I have plain date decks that I just keep on my desk. I just want to see 24, so this is 25. And I've got these circle ones I'm just going to use. These are really old ones from ColourPop paper. I'll circle back to Sunday in 1 second. I just want to see how else I'm going to set up the top here. I think I want to put these pumpkins coming down. So I just took a 10-minute break. I filmed a reel and was just texting with my mother-in-law. So now I do know what's going on Saturday. So again, swing back and set up our plans for the week again. So that is a good thing. I think I'm gonna actually use this little swatchy swatch too. We have some family that's coming in this weekend that's not able to come in for Thanksgiving, and a big birthday party for my husband's grandma. I was just having a milestone birthday this year, and so I'm really excited for that. But so we've got a really busy weekend. The family fun stuff has already begun. So I like that. I like the way this works with just adding in the pops of the darker washi, since the kit does have some darker colors in it, but the base of the kit is a little bit more muted. And I think that that's gonna work out super well. So having some fun with layering. So Monday is the 21st. We're kind of verging a little bit into Tuesday over here, but that's okay. Thursday is Thanksgiving. I feel on a holiday week, it's really fun to really step outside what you usually do, especially on a week where I've got so many other functional spaces to write things down in. So I think that this adds an element of fun, of it's not something you know, that I would usually do at the top here, but it's just really makes the week feel super special. And these Erin Condren stickers are actually like a little bit transparent. I really like this. This is not the usual sticker paper, and I really, really like this. I actually have two of these because I have two of these because the mug in my seasonal surprise box was broken, and when they mailed me a new one, they actually mailed me like a second box, or most of the box. It wasn't 100% of everything. It didn't have like the cover and stuff, but it had a lot of the elements. So yeah, that's cool. And I have another set of these stickers, which maybe I will squeeze in and use. We're running out of time here on the fall. Can obviously save things for next year too, though. Okay, so that is that. I also think I want to grab a holiday sticker. I don't have black paper holiday stickers. Maybe I should pick those up. But I do have a lot of holiday stickers. I'm trying to see if I have a bigger one that says Happy Thanksgiving. I've got a big rose-colored days one, so I will use that here. Okay, and then now I just need something for Wednesday. Okay, I had a little bit of a hard time deciding what to do with Wednesday. I think I'm gonna add in a piece of deco up here, but to like divide that space up a little bit. And that's perfect because it's gonna run in to Thursday, where I am going to just go ahead and cover up this whole kind of box. Tried to like wiggle my X-Acto knife to give that still a little bit of a ripped look. Now, usually I set up the sidebar first, but I'm not going to do that this week. I'm going to circle back to the sidebar because I feel like I was a little bit more like thought type goals rather than action type goals on my action items for this week, because that's what I need for my goals for this week. But in terms of what I need to actually happen this week, there's obviously a lot going on. I've got like a little Erin Condren affiliate team thing going on, and I think that is it. I still have my regular work for the week, so this is hopefully the kind of only thing that, well, I guess I have two work things that are going on this week. My regular thing, and then I've also got something that I wrote this past week that's we're gonna probably publish at some point this week. So nothing like major that I need to be working on, but just like a couple of minor things. And I don't have a final date on that other work assignment. So actually that could probably be the first thing that I put on my to-do list for the week. And we've got the most ridiculous school schedule this week. Obviously there's no school on Thursday, but there's also no school on Friday. I mean, that one's probably obvious too for any of the kids. I'm not going to worry about marking that there was no school on Thursday. It's Thanksgiving. I have that whole section blocked off anyways. So, but Friday we got no school. On Wednesday, I'm going to put in the schedule. My husband took off work, and then we have 2 different early dismissal times. On Tuesday, my youngest also has a half day. So she has a half day Wednesday and Tuesday, which, like, why don't they just give them off all day on Wednesday? It's actually 4 conferences, so I understand it, but it's just like a whole weird schedule. And then Friday, there is also, I guess, that one got a little wiggly, but Friday is also Black Friday. And then semi-related to this, I also have, there's like an affiliate, an EC thing going on. And I've got other like PR and affiliate stuff that is, you know, obligations that I have things I need to post for that as well. And then I think that is it for the non-Thanksgiving plans. Let's zoom out for a second because I feel like I keep cutting out of frame. I'm gonna use more of this thing than I thought, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this on here. And I feel like this is a thing where you need a permanent marker to write on. I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna do it just in case, and I'm just gonna write Thanksgiving. And this can be like a Thanksgiving checklist for both days. Again, I have like a whole cooking schedule and everything, but other things that I need to jot down can just go in there. I will mark that this is like the big prep day. Wednesday is actually a bigger cooking day than Thursday, in my opinion, at least the way I do things. I'm gonna leave space there for something, and then I'm gonna run this so that it's kind of on the bottom here. Just for balance, that was the last little quote one there, and that one says there's always something to be thankful for. We've got like a leftovers dinner plan thing that we always do. We take the leftovers over to my dad's house and like a bunch of my parents' friends and some of my friends, and it's just like a whole big stop by thing on Friday. So we call that the leftovers party, and that is not at our house, but we will go to that. I feel like we have space for one more thing here on Wednesday. So I don't like that one. Put in 2 spaces for to-dos here, whatever those might be. Just the days are all done anyways. I feel like the coil is really getting in my way this week. I don't usually feel like the coil is always getting in my way that much. I know some people are like not big fans of Thanksgiving's foods. I am such a big fan of Thanksgiving food. So that is, I absolutely love it. Okay, so that is what's going on. I mean, Tuesday is pretty much gonna be like a kiddo day because I got one kiddo barely in school and one kiddo not in school at all. So, you know, there's not gonna be a lot going on here. But there is gonna be just a teensy bit of Thanksgiving stuff that I need to do, namely around like prepping the meat. And this seems like the perfect second to show you my Thanksgiving planner, which this year I'm using the Erin Condren Holiday Prep Planner because I got this actually I won this in a giveaway. So I thought I would use it. It's really cool. I did haul this and stuff, so if you've seen that before, but it had some sections for like holiday gathering meal plans. So I went ahead and set one up for this Thanksgiving. So we have our menu here. I swapped where the side dishes and main dishes go because like I felt like I needed more space for side dishes. Got some color coding going on here for like what we're making versus what other people are breaking. And then I have a prep list started. I'm gonna create my whole cooking schedule. Have not done that yet. That will actually get done probably this weekend, but potentially on Monday, so we'll see. But that is what's going on there with my Thanksgiving planner. And I actually have, last year I made like a custom one. I actually have a video in here too of where I showed this. So I was able to use so much of the information from last year to set up for this year. So I feel like it took me way less time to plan this year, which is great. We're having a slightly smaller party this year than last year. Last year was just like every single one of my cousins who never comes home came home, but it's still pretty big. We're talking about like 25 to 30 people this year. So the big thing on Tuesday is like the meat prep. And we do cook 2 turkeys, so we gotta brine them and prep the brisket. make sure we have all of the stuff we need from the store, like a final check, and then I'll leave the last two blank. I'm not sure, you know, depending on how things are going with the kids, I can get a jump start on certain things or just save certain things for later, because again, they'll be back in school on Wednesday, and my husband will be home on Wednesday to help with all the prep and stuff, and he is also our grill master because we are going to be smoking a brisket again, and we actually smoke one of the turkeys too, so you know, it's a whole thing. Kind of like a DIY clipboard over there. Okay, I've actually got a video going up on, I think next week my videos are going up Tuesday and Friday? Question mark? Yes. It's interesting, these don't run the full width of the column, but they're like Erin Condren stickers, and this is a 1.5 inch like standard planner, and then the other one is on Friday, which I didn't really leave space for, but I can just drop it into the work section because I'm not working on Friday. And this, I actually think this is going to be this video. And let's let that dry, because I just realized I had been writing on that with the permanent marker and I didn't now, so let's see how these stickers do. Seems okay to me, so that's encouraging. And I think I'll just like leave myself a little dot flag for anything else that I need to add in, because we're doing the full setup this week. Except that I don't like having the red so close together. This is like very much how I used to plan in my rings, where I would like lay down all of the stickers for the week, even if I didn't know what was happening, and I would just like pre-sticker everything. That's kind of what's going on here right now. All right, I'm just gonna use that one then, and we'll just leave that like that. Like I said, I'm gonna circle back to Monday. Let's take a look at Saturday, where I also know exactly what's going on. I think we can just start by getting rid of some of this space. I don't need all of it. Basically, we're having a brunch. This is for my girlfriends from high school and their families, and it's super, super fun. And we've been doing this for a really long time, like since we were in college. So I am also hosting this. Basically, we will cook and prep in the morning. Although again, a lot of prep goes on. So actually this can be, this Friday thing can be my brunch prep. Call this the girls' brunch, but it's family brunch at this point. It started as a girls' brunch. Now it's like husbands, kids, whoever, everyone, come on down, and it's really fun. And then after that, nothing. I can pretty much, it's probably gonna be like a relax and clean kind of a day after that. Nothing too major going on, but I think that's plenty for that space. On Sunday, we're just gonna, you know, try and have some quiet, relaxing time, and then get ready for the new week. And I will like try and do some of my planning routine. Again, it's probably going to carry over into next week a little bit, which I don't, you know, I wouldn't usually like, but on a week like this, it's completely unavoidable. I'll leave myself a box as well to put anything else that's going on. But that's honestly pretty much everything. Not planning to work really this week, so we can go ahead and cover up that space for Friday. I'm not sure what video this is. I will have to circle back to that. I'm gonna circle back to my meal plan, but so for Monday, we'll make sure the meal plan is done, although it'll probably be done Sunday, and the content plan for the week. Finalize the prep list. Okay, so that's pretty much like the whole week laid out and sketched out. I really love how this looks. I obviously am gonna come back in with my meal plan and some other last things, but let's take a look at the sidebar. So some other things that I wanna get done this week, I know this is usually not how I operate. Like usually I start with the sidebar, transfer it over from the MakseLife, but this is just such an unusual week because of Thanksgiving that it just made more sense for me to lay out my week before I went to my sidebar this week. Okay, so that is everything that I'm gonna do for to-do lists that are non-Thanksgiving related. Okay, so I put a dotted line here, and then I'm actually gonna do my habit tracker there, and then I'm gonna do Thanksgiving. I'm not gonna go overboard with habits here. We will do the bedtime. We're gonna do like plan/prep list, just like planner check-in, but expanded. And then this can just be a space for the Thanksgiving prep for anything I want to add into this planner. Obviously, I've got other planners for this, but I'm gonna just create some checklists here. I'm mostly going to use this for like non-food stuff, I think, because yeah, the food stuff is under control and requires a lot more space than this. Just a little section for next week. Okay. So that is everything for right now. I'm going to take a little break and then I will be back to set up my weekends and to finish this out with a little bit of meal planning. So I am ready to plan for Saturday now. Pretty much we always wake up around 6:30 and we're just going to have kind of a relaxing morning, and then my husband most likely is going to go and pick up his brother from the airport, and then we're gonna hang out with them. This was the part we weren't sure, like when they were getting in and who was doing the pickup, all that kind of stuff. So that is fun. And then we're gonna hang with them. And then we've got a big, I love that this stencil has like this bigger box that's like more half box size. So I've been using that a lot. So then we have the big birthday party, which is honestly going to be longer than that. I probably could have just run that the other way. Then I might use one of these arrows. So then definitely my oldest and potentially my middle, my son too, are sleeping at my mother-in-law's to have like a sleepover with their cousins. But my son has attempted the grandparents sleepover before, but he's never done it successfully. I don't really know what we're gonna do that night then, but we will have only one kid. Okay, that's pretty much it for the day. I might just like put to work on the grocery list. That'll just be like kind of in between things, whatever. I'm not planning to like do too much else today. I'm taking care of the laundry today. Everything else will kind of happen on Sunday. So I think that's pretty much it for the setup for the day. Maybe I'll do a quote box here. Maybe I've been doing a lot of song lyrics in here lately. So just the celebration just came in my head. So maybe we'll do that. Okay, so that is it for Saturday, and then for Sunday, maybe we'll do a fire on Sunday. That would be cozy and nice. So in the morning, we're gonna have a very relaxing morning. It's gonna be like a whole kids shuffling situation. just getting them, figuring out if we're skipping activities or going to activities, you know, all that good stuff. And so technically the kid has Hebrew school. I don't know if we're gonna like skip or go. It just depends on what else is going on. I would like just normally say skip, but then she doesn't have it next week because of Thanksgiving. And then the week after that, they have like this whole thing that they're like participating in. And so this is like her last chance to practice for that. So we'll see. But the cousins that are coming in like don't come in all that frequently. So I want to be able to spend maximum amount of time with them as well. And then Monday is actually my dad's birthday, and I think he's gonna come over for dinner. And I'm not really sure what we're doing in the afternoon, so I'm gonna leave it blank and gonna call that good for today. We still have, we're gonna have to do big grocery trip. I think that's like kind of everything from my list for the week and for everything. So I think that's all I'm gonna do for right now. So that's pretty easy. Let me put a little washi down. I think I'm gonna use this one because I love this washi. I actually got this in the box, like the grab bag warehouse sale Simply Gilded box. And I have another one that's like the same pattern in a different color, but I don't even remember this one coming out, and I just really love it. I've been using it a lot lately. Let's do a Thanksgiving countdown. So this is Sunday, then we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So 4 days till Thanksgiving. All right, that is Sunday. I cannot believe how accomplished I feel right now having all of this done on Friday. So I will be back up in video time in just a second, in real time, probably on Sunday, to finish this up by putting in my meal plan and a few other last minute things, but it feels so good to have this done going into the weekend. Okay, so it is Sunday night and I am ready to finish this up for the week and be all set up. So I'm gonna just put a few last things in my weekly planner, including my meals, and then also plan for Monday. I am actually just, I think, gonna try and move this sticker because I have a couple of things to add in for Tuesday. So my son doesn't need lunch on Tuesday because they're having like a feast at school, and then somebody is coming to take some more measurements of our basement. Then we've got some meals down at the bottom here. All right, so that is kind of it there. We got some nice easy meals going on for during the week because we are going to be focused on cooking. So I'm going to grab my Daily Duo. And every day this week, I will be checking in with this and also with like my Thanksgiving planner, Thanksgiving thoughts. Actually, you know what? Let me just take a quick look at Saturday. Yeah, we just set it up. I don't need to go back and fill in those empty boxes. That's fine. We just like hung out a little last night. Then we ended up getting home pretty late, and like half the kids slept at my mother-in-law's with like their cousins and stuff. They had like a little cousin sleepover party, so super cute, fun stuff going on. All right, it's gonna be very cold tomorrow again. I'm gonna start with the task list just because I actually have like a list on like my phone and just written on a couple of post-it notes around, just saying some things that I want to make sure that I get done for tomorrow. And tomorrow is like the only day that all of the kids are in school all day, so I just really need to hustle through the whole day. So I'm going to start with the to-do list and then do the schedule after. Usually I do the schedule first, but I think this is going to work better for today. Okay, then I think I'm actually going to create a box down here, and every day this week I want to do a couple different things. Like one is just try and keep the house super tidy, so like a super tidy up every night. Make sure I run through my turkey day list And I feel like there was a third thing that I was thinking, but I can't remember it right now, and that fits perfectly. So we're just gonna go with that for right now. So after I drop the kiddo at the bus, I'm gonna work in the morning, and I have to do like I have an article publishing on Tuesday, so I need to get that finalized, and then I need to do my regular Monday stuff. And then I will take a quick lunch break, and then I will try and do like admin and a little bit of content planning and just different. I don't need to break everything down there. I can just sort of see the list. Kiddo stuff, and actually maybe I'll put in, squeeze that in there, trying to make that a focus because my big kid has a show coming up, her first piano show. Very exciting. Okay, got plenty of space left on the checklist. So I do have, let's get some washi going. I'm gonna use the same washies that I pulled for the sticker kit, and maybe even can use some of the deco stickers this week if I want. Okay, so just added in a pop of color, and that's all set for my very busy get it all together Monday. So that is everything. There is another last look at my weekly overview. I hope you enjoyed this planning routine video. Once again, if you did, definitely let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like this video. Also, please subscribe if you haven't already, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok at MyCraftyPlans for even more planner fun. Happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate. Happy holidays. I hope you had a wonderful and delicious holiday, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye!